Hey everyone, this is Tracy with Color Me This. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back if you are returning. We are on episode 208. I will be coloring these 3 cupcakes. I have decided on the Brutfuner 520 flower box. This first cupcake was colored with the Brutfuner 180 that my mom has. I have pre-pulled out some random colors. I have not checked with my swatch. I'm still working on this page as if I was at my mom's without all of my resources and planning tools. Just for fun, we will continue on. Tomorrow I am thinking that these 3 are likely going to be colored with the vintage barrel Prismacolors that are coming. It's a 51 pack. It's actually a 48 set that has 51 pencils, and I think I mentioned that 2 of them are Mexico and the rest are made in the US. So I think that will be a fun addition. This first cupcake was done with the Staedtler 48 that I bought at Walmart. I think it's 1276. That was the big pause. I was trying to come up with the code. And I don't have these here. So I think it'll be fun to save these. If for some reason they don't come tomorrow, because tomorrow is the day they're supposed to arrive, I will move on. I have decided to work with this full page spread using the Black Widow that I just completed. I swapped places. I think what was supposed to be here is pastel tints. Either the macarons or the pastel tints, and I really didn't want to have this whole big page all be pastels. So I think it would be fun to give the Black Widows a workout. So that is what is going to happen over there. You probably can't see the whole page, can you? I'm zoomed in. 2 coffee cups or teacups. A little flourish. We've got a teapot and a spoon. So that will be coming, not tomorrow, it will be coming on Tuesday. Because I'm hoping tomorrow will be the Prismacolor. And I am going to move the first cupcake to the middle. I am keeping with the traditional fruit colors, similar to these fruit colors. So I only have blueberries and blackberries. I could also go raspberry, but I grabbed blueberry and blackberry colors. So the blueberry colors, they are very small. I am using Blue Jay 218 for the shadow, Blue Iolite 235. You'll see that this small number, I did add white so that I could see it. I added white for the darks and dark for the lights, but I also wrote them all with a Sharpie or a different metallic, one of them that I got from Dollar Tree, because I really wanted these to be very usable. And ironically, this one, the color has already worn off. I can see where it was. So 218 is still very legible. I'm not sure if I will bother to go back. As long as I can read that, I am good to go. And in case you didn't know, these are numbered in order, color family order, starting with yellow, 1 to 520, which is awesome. And that is why I chose those over the Color. I had watched videos on the Color 520 set, and the colors are all over the map, and they are not sorted in any order. So I wanted to make these, since I use my pencils so often, I really wanted to have these be as usable as possible. So I do have a third blue that is a light blue. These pencils are very soft. They have that silky polychromos feel to them more than the wax feel because they are an oil-based pencil. I am a little under the weather today. I didn't feel under the weather the first 2 days being home, but now I'm a little bit, have a sore throat. The air on the plane is, of course, really dry, as you know, and then I came home at 2 a.m. and I went in the pool, and my fingers have splits in them from the dry air at my mom's house. And so I have been slathering them with lotion. So this is the accent, or I mean the shadow color, and it's not very sharp. So we will see if I decide I need to sharpen it. So I am feeling worn down, and I believe most of it is the dry air. There is no humidity here. Like the humidity today is 44%. So it's sort of like a continuation of my parents' weather, which here is in the 90s. At my parents, it was more like mid to high 80s. But again, dry. Kind of feels like California here, which I actually love when it feels like California. But my sinuses and my hands, they don't like it as much. And of course, every time I put some lotion on, I kind of have to wipe it off. I'm trying to focus on having it on my fingers for the split hangnails. So there are my blueberries with all three of these. I did not share the light blue, which is blue topaz, and it has a color number. This is definitely wearing off. So I will have to consider renumbering these. I don't know if you had watched the video. This 235 is when it's a Sharpie, silver, metallic, and it started to dry out, so I switched to the Dollar Tree brand, and I think I'm going to have to go through. I have since purchased a set of 2 of each metallic color and split them with my husband, so I might have to go back because I'm trying to read this number, and it is very challenging. I think it says 210. I do like that each of these cupcakes have a significant element that is like a trigger of what type of colors I should be using. So I only grabbed 2 purples. This is Red Violet 371. Again, I'm going for blackberry. Sparkling Grape 358. These are not sharp. We will see. I do have my sharpener fairly close by. Should I decide? I wonder if these aren't dark enough. I know that blackberries come in a variety of colors. I will grab the navy blue. This blue is Blue Iolite, which is actually sort of a purpley blue. And it might be that I can darken it up. Yeah, that might work perfectly. Blackberries kind of come in all sorts of colors, from wine red to dark purple. Of course, for me, only the ones that are any good are the deep purple ones. I will be leaving some highlights on each one. I want these berries to look nice and round, 3D looking. one thing we saw a lot of when we were in Washington State. Lots of people picking blackberries on the side of the road in the various communities. Lots of little kids. Okay, so that is finished berries. Greens. I have 3 greens and a 4th exterior green for these leaves to be making the lightest color a different tone. This is the lightest for the blueberry leaves, I guess. 144, greenery. The middle tone is 139. This is actually a gold metallic, medium green. And then I do have a dark green 162 done in white, hedge green. I'm already seeing that because I just went by barrel color, it's not my favorite green combo, but I am not overthinking it, and I think it'll look just fine. So now I have a different light green. It is bud green. I might zoom in a little bit more. All right. I think I might be working on these as a threesome, so I'm gonna leave the rest of the cake itself for a minute, and I'm gonna move on to the Valentine elements. I have 5 different pinks. I didn't want to go with red. Up above, we have all this whole row actually has red in it. Let's see if you can see it. So because this whole row has red, I am going to avoid red, and we're going to go with pink. So we have lights to darks. $54, $300, $313, $323, and $369. And one of the ways I can tell if I've used them is they're sharpened. In these 5, none of them are sharpened, so they have not been used. The color range of a 520 set is quite something. You just need to not overthink the colors. I am not using my swatches right now. I'm just going to the colors and going light, medium, dark. As you see, I went with 5 pinks, wanting to get down into the darks. I believe all of these little confetti bits are also going to be pink. I have also grabbed white cake for the cupcake and brown cake for chocolate cake. So we will have a little bit of both. Not even sure which ones will be which yet. A secret to making circle embellishments look round is to curve one side of them and leave the other side white or light. And then when I'm doing the color of the frosting, I will make sure to shadow underneath. I need to clean that up. Let's see if I might not have my eraser here. I took it all away last night. All right, I'm just going to want to grab this darkest color. That is enough of the pinks for now. Oranges, orange slices, I have grabbed a little bit different selection. And there's one that's fairly peachy looking, but it says cadmium orange, so I'm going to try it. Here are the 4 that I have. 39, 40, 5, nope, 336, no, yeah, 336, and 338. And I will start here with the lighter color. Usually the center pieces are white, so I will try to leave that white. And of course the skin is much darker. I did not grab a very light orange. The darkest color is 338, and it is the color grenadine. All right, I'm going to go back in with the lightest and fill in the rest of the slices. I'm going to come over here. I've noticed that my camera, it's a little bit crooked, and often on the right side, it is the side that isn't focused, and that is because I am not perfectly straight on most of the time. Oh, these are just so easy to use. They are quite fantastic. If I could only have one set of pencils, and I only had $100, all told, I would happily buy these again, and they would keep me going for a very long time. I am not at all intimidated by lots of colors. I kind of am a grab and go Don't think about it too much. Colorist. All right, so orange is done. I've got brown, oh, that's purple. 3 browns. None of these have been used, I can tell. And they are for the chocolate cake, whichever 1 or 2 I'm going to use. So we've got 36, butterscotch, 74, and 79. These are all food colors. We've got butterscotch, caramel cafe, and chocolate plum. So to start with, I'm going to go ahead and do some circles. Now, my aunt, as I was saying yesterday, was impressed on this particular cake right here, because she said, how did you make it look so cake-like? And I do that by my ovals. I just do little tiny circles. Then I might erase a little bit, and I might add a little bit more, and I finish it off with some white gel pen. The gel pen I used is the one that comes with the colors. It's the only gel pen my mom has. So I will be doing some gel pen treatments to all of these when I finish them all. So there is a nice base, and now I'm going to move to the darker. I might move back a little bit more to the middle. So we have the little pleats. So I like to do hints of actual pleating. With a darker color. So I do my ovals, but then I'm also, with the cupcake sleeve, I'm doing some straight lines to do the pleats. And now I'm going to go in with the darkest color, which is the chocolate plum. We'll see how purpley this ends up, if it's too purple or just right. Remember, this one is the chocolate one, though it looks like right now it could be a mix of either. It could go either direction. But you see how I'm doing ovals and I'm letting the cake color be mottled looking? And if I wanted to sharpen this, I could play with the pleat lines a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to just let that one be. I also mentioned gray for the shadows. I'll probably do the shadows and the gel pen last on my own time. All right, so that looks pretty good. The next one, I will work on the cupcake sleeve and cupcake on this side. And I'm going to try to be making it more vanilla or yellow cake. Yellow cake. And what little I know of baking, a white cake I think is made with egg whites only to keep it from turning yellow like it would if you used yolk. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, because I am not a baker. So this is going to be a light golden brown with a little bit of that greasy sleeve look that the cupcake sleeves get when they've been baked on these cupcakes. And I think if I am gonna go, I do prefer the lines going all the way through. I've probably already said that. So that is what I'm doing here, is adding lines, just kind of random lines, nothing specific. I could add a tiny bit of the middle color, which is Caramel Cafe, number 74. Okay, so I think some erasing in the middle and just softening the lines more will be good for that one. Same with this one here. It looks a little bit messy. And this is one of the things where you can just add lines, add, subtract as much as you want until it looks absolutely perfect. The actual color of the frosting, that is next, and I have two light lavenders for the purple one. Very soft. And I'm going to set down the browns because I think I'm done with those. I love these gray toned, soft toned colors. The Copic markers, there's 356 of them, and they have some absolutely fantastic, very toned, soft browns and tans that really, really make a picture look so finished. And a lot of the 120 sets can't get into that color range because there's just not enough pencils to do that with. Okay, so that's actually the darker. if I wanted to get in these nooks even more, I can grab chocolate plum, which is the darkest, and just carefully go in like so. I'm even doing this on the greens. And to show you, I actually did this yesterday on my own time on the 2 color cupcakes. So let's show you. On both of these, I went into these little nooks and added some of this darkest brown up for each of the layers, and also on the whip layer, the dark brown. So that is what I am doing here with this one. And I will be erasing some when I get my eraser out. But I can also soften with the lightest lavender. I don't think I showed you these colors. 345 pale lilac, and then the darker is Nostalgia Rose. Okay. Okay, so now moving on to, we've got the pink. I am going to take, and we want this to be pink frosting, white to pink. Using these little dots as my hint for some shadowing. And we're just gonna add a little bit of the pink tone here where all the little embellishments, little candies, whatever they are. Are located. I would love to, I don't think I have a dark like a gray. All right, and then we have to work on the orange. I am going to make this also a vanilla cupcake, but I'm going to make this an orange frosting. And then I have butterscotch 36. I'm going to tone down the orange a little bit. We're going to add some cake, a yellow cake. I want this to be white. I did not grab a gray, but I'm going to grab a cool gray, and we'll add that. After. All right, I'm going to go for caramel cafe. Very limited. It is just for shadows because I really want this to be a vanilla looking cake. Alrighty. Let's see. Do I have a soft? Okay, so I have this very soft yolk yellow. Nice. And now I'm doing some ovals, mixing in some straight lines. And that's it. 3 simple, nice cupcakes. And then I already showed you how I went and added shadows to these upper 3. So I may come in. I still owe 2 things on all of the ones I have finished yesterday and today. And that is I need a gray at the top, which has to be black, because that's all that comes in the 36 set. A light gray for the colors, for shadows. I will add those in. And then down here, I've got the Brutfuner 520. I want to put grays in. And then I will also do some more gel pen on all of them. So tomorrow, as I was saying, I will be waiting for my barrel Prismacolors. We will see if that's a mistake, but that's the only small set akin to the Staedtler 48. And so that should be fun. It'll be my first little play with them. And hopefully they arrive on time. I may, if for whatever reason they're delayed by a day, I am going to pop over here and start on my Black Widow sampler with this teapot and teacup page. So that is all I've got for today. I hope you enjoyed coloring with me, and we'll come back tomorrow for more coloring. Do all the YouTube things, like, share, comment, and consider subscribing. And we will meet here tomorrow. I'll see you then.